journey begin? Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges, cause in the end we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody sing. The ball has hit the bat, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a 6 or will it be a 4? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the claps run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League.
Morning, game number 16 of the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10 between Oriental and Salama. Salama with one win from one game is on second position of the Group A, whereas Oriental will want to get things right today. We have the umpires with the toss. Umpire, flip the coin. Amit Udasi will flip the coin. Yasser will do the calling.
Here is the call.
Tail is the call. We wait. Tails. Yasser, what do you want to do?
We'll bat first.
One win. Things are going right at the moment. Something better that you want to do today?
We have done some changes. Unfortunately, 2 of our main players are not playing, but still hopes are high. We have planned something, and what we have done in the last game, we will try to do the same thing.
And what sort of score are you putting up? It's a slightly damp wicket.
Yes, the ball will not move much. The ball will not bounce much. We are expecting something somewhere around 200.
200. Anyway, thank you and all the best with the sun. Amit, over to you. One loss in the tournament. A lot of things that you want to correct today.
Yeah, just we want to come back in the game. So 2 matches left. So we want to both win the match to just coming to the second round. So we also looking for the bowling first. So we will bowl. We want to bowl first.
You're happy with the way to bowl, and what sort of a score are you wanting to restrict them today?
We want to restrict below 150. So 150 will be we can chase easily on this ground.
Anyway, all the best. This is what the news is at the center. Salama won the toss, elected to bat first. Live action coming in a few moments. Thank you.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 2 to start. Salama Insurance 6 for the loss of no wicket, with Mawson having a boundary to his name. Jaren to start the over, misses his footing, has to start again. Toe end of the bat going towards short covers, no run there. Amit the fielder. Trying to go down the ground, inner edge. Goes towards fine leg. He's off the mark. 2 more runs to the total. Score moves on to 8. Five runs coming in the first over. Both the captains happy with what they've got. Yasser won the toss. He wanted to bat first. Amit was happy bowling first. This one slightly outside the off stump. Called a wide. Umpire's pretty strict on anything that's outside the tram lines. It's the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10. It's game number 16 as things start getting at this one. Slightly outside the off stump. Plays this one towards point. Completes 1 run. Wants the second. There's a chance of a run out there, but a weak throw allows the batsman to come back and complete the second comfortably. Score moves on to 11. And slowly Mawson has just started opening up his arms. He's getting that width that he's looking for. Jaren has to make sure he starts on and outside the off stump if he wants to just call a much better ball this time. Sends us towards third man and they complete another double. So at the end of, just coming one more ball left in the over because of that wide that he had bowled. 13 for the loss of no wicket. Salama with a win in the first game against NASCO, around 2 points. Pushes him back, but plays it towards the left of the fielder at gully. Completes a single. End of 2 overs, 14 for the loss of no wicket. Mawson is batting 7 of 6. Right arm over the wicket. Comes down the ground, plays it towards deep mid wicket. Nobody out there. Few bounces and the ball is into the fence. Score moves on to 18 and Mawson now moves into double figures. Slightly getting the measure of the wicket, so he's decided to chance his arm. Let's have a look. Into the pads, and all he needed was to get some good bat on it, and he does. Ball crashes into the mid-wicket boundary for his first boundary, second boundary of the game. 18 for the loss of no wicket. Comes down the ground again, heaves it over, long on for boundaries. So back-to-back boundaries. Ahmed Tudasi will be looking to someone to stem this flow of runs. He needs his premier bowlers to bowl on the money. Have a look at it. Just bowling it into the zone of the batsman. And nowadays, these bats are good enough to send the ball crashing more than often to the boundary. Yes. Again, down the wicket this time, misses this one. Much better ball. Again, you shorten your length. And probably not so useful for the keeper to stay back. If he intends to, when he puts his helmet on, he's more better off on next to the stump rather than, okay. Much better ball. Good comeback by Fayaz. This time into the stumps. Mohsin's playing more premeditated. He trudged down the wicket on 3 occasions. This time decided to stay back. He's already made up his mind whether he wants to go down or not. Let's have a look at what he wants to do now. Cuts this one into the wicket towards short cover. No run there. So good comeback. 2 dot boundaries and follows up with 3 dot balls. Would like to complete the over with a dot, preferably with a wicket, and get the first breakthrough for a side. They already raced away to 22 in 2.5 overs. Comes down the wicket, down the ground. Let's see the man at long on rather, keeps it down to a single. 1 run added to the total. End of 3 overs, 23 for the loss of no wicket. Mohsin batting 16 of 13 and Yasir batting 6 of 5. Yasir's been kept off strike. Over number 4 to begin. Jerin to continue. He's given away 9 runs in the first over he bowled. Much better ball into the stumps on the good length spot. Keeps Mawson quiet. He's standing outside his crease. Not a bad idea. They take down the ground, plays it down towards mid-on, completes a single, brings Yasser on strike. Score moves on to 24. Fielders have to be proactive rather than reactive out here. They need to create those chances, need to build that pressure. And back to this, a much better ball, curling away slightly, pitching onto the off stump, just moving away, no feet movement whatsoever. We'll have a look at the replay again. Possible. This time cuts this one towards the point boundary. No chance of cutting this one. Ball crashes into the point boundary. Score moves on to 28. This time Jerin shortening his length a bit. Gives the batsman that amount of time to play that shot. Let's have a look. First thing, you see that no feet movement when the ball was pitched up. The next one, he bowls short, quite close to the body to play that shot, but good enough high on coordination as he comes down the wicket. But Jerin bowls it way outside the off stump to be called a wide. So it's all happening out there. Batsman feeling a bit edgy out there, decides to play one without moving his feet, then scores a boundary, and the bowler reacts by bowling a wide. So need to keep a much better ball this time, but waiting for the umpire signal. It's off the pad, well taken by the keeper down the leg side. We're coming towards the end of the 4th over. One more ball to go. Jerin right arm over. Comes up, tucks him into the body, takes a single at short square. End of the 4th over, 30 for the loss of no wicket. Over number 5 to begin. First change we see Suleiman coming in to replace Fayaz. Right arm over the wicket. Bowling to Yasser, who's batting 11 of 9. So both these batsmen have got a start now. They will want to continue and try to maximize this power play and get a tall score. Leg spin down, plays it towards mid wicket. The fielding, sloppy fielding there, allows the ball to go through his hands and go towards the mid wicket boundary. Score moves on to 34. Yasser welcomes Suleiman with a boundary of the first ball. Loops this one, plays it in the air over the man at long off for one bounce boundary. So now Yasser getting into the act. Both these batsmen have decided to tee off on every occasion that they get. Have a look at it. With the keeper behind, he knows he can move around, moves to his right. And one bounce over the long off. So back-to-back boundaries to start of the over. We'll have to see how Suleiman responds to this. This one short again through the man at point. And a couple of more runs. So the total score moves on to 40. We're still in the power play, the 5th over of the innings. Suleiman into Bolt Yasser. This time tossed it up and he plays it high and over mid wicket for the first maximum of the game. Score 46. He is now moved on to 27 of 13 balls. An expensive over. The spinner was brought in to stop the flow of runs, but at the moment he is leaked more than the other bowlers that have bowled so far. The man at wide down leg side, one more run and an additional ball to bowl. Score moves on to 47. Pressure on the bowler now to deliver some decent deliveries. Cuts this one towards short point. Sorry, rather short cover there. No run there. Again, when you pull the length back, that's when the batsman is struggling. The moment you bowl it into his zone, he starts converting those into boundaries. Let's see. Again, much better ball, slightly slow. And end of the over. 17 runs coming off that over. Scores 47 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 5. It's the last over of power play coming in.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Tucks the batsman in, plays it towards short square, and a quick single taken. These are the kind of singles and runs that you need to stop the batsman from taking, which will seize the momentum. Fires into ball to Yasser. Plays it in the air, chance of a catch and a drop. Had it in the hands, but at the last moment drops it. So this is again going to be costly for Oriental. They had the chance of getting a breakthrough, but shelled it down. So that's going to be, we'll have to wait and watch how costly this will get. Plays it towards short square, no run there. Again, another misfield, but no run taken. So score remains on 49. Let's have a look at the drop catch there again. Ready. Have a look at it. Plays it in the air, skews it up. The man at short cover rather, doing well. This time plays it over. Long on, and the first wicket down. Suleiman, the man taking the catch, throws the ball in disgust, and The first wicket to fall at the score of 49. So finally, a breakthrough for Oriental Insurance. We'll run through both the events that happened in this over. We first show the drop catch. You can see him playing it inside out, easy for the fielder at short covers, but he drops that one. And the next thing we see Mohsen playing this right into the hands of man at long on, who didn't have to move, just takes it and throws the ball down to say thank you very much. That's the first wicket down. Mohsen out for 18 of 18 balls with 2 boundaries. Yasser, the man who's done bulk of the scoring, is in the center still. Mohammad Aslam in at number 3. He was the one who scored a century in the previous game. Will want to continue the good form that he is in at the moment. 38 matches, 1,984, nearing the 2,000 mark. Strike rate of 177.94. Foolish delivery, plays it down towards square leg. The man at short square, misfielding that one, allows the ball to go through, and a couple of runs added. So the 50 coming up in the 6th over. 5.5 overs, 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out, Mohsen, caught by Suleiman of the bowling of Fayaz for 18. Aslam batting 2 of 1. The last ball of power play coming up. Down the leg side, asking for a cop behind, but umpire calls it a wide. Bowler was completely convinced that there was an edge, but fortunately there are no player reviews. It's only the umpires who can ask for a review, but at the moment the umpire thinks that this is a wide, so Fayaz has to come back and re-ball that ball, take a chance again of trying to get the danger man out. Again down leg side. Now this is a ploy that he might be using that induce an edge outside the leg stump. He's done it on a couple of occasions, but he's called a wide. Might have to change his line here. And again, with minimum 5 feet moment in the initial stages, you have a chance. As is a third one on the go. So moves on to 54. We're still in the power play. One more ball to complete that over. Again onto the pads, plays it towards short square. 1 run completed, and that's the way it'll remain. It'll be 55 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 6 overs. As we have a look at the scorecard. Salama Insurance captain Yasser winning the toss, electing to bat first. Yasser Khan opened the innings with Mohsen, where Yasser was batting 28 of 16 balls. Mohsen was our man out, 18 of 18, caught by Suleiman of the bowling of Fayaz with 2 boundaries. Mohammad Aslam, the man coming at number 3, he's batting 3 of 2, 6 extras in the innings so far. Let's have a look at the bowling card as well. Three bowlers used so far. Fayaz Ali 3 overs, no made in 22 runs, 1 wicket. Jerin 2 overs, 16 for the loss of no wicket. And Suleiman expensive 17 runs of the 1 over that he has bowled. Amit Udasi, the captain, coming in at the end of power play. Right arm over the wicket. Fancy his chances against Aslam. Much better ball. Bowls it up to the batsman, but managed short mid wicket a bit too slow in collecting the ball. Allows a single, so score moves on to 56. This match, wanting to play it, cut it towards point. No contact. Score remains on 56. Full toss, plays it towards long off. One more run added. Score moves on to 57. We thank our sponsors for this tournament: Alia Insurance, Crawford and Company, Adjusters, Ideal Services and Adjusters. They are the 3 sponsors for this one. Aslam plays it back towards the bowler, starting to move his feet a bit. Interesting to see how Amit thought it. So far, he's managed to keep the batsman down. He's just given away 2 runs of the 4 balls. This one cuts this one towards point there. No run there. So dot ball. Much better over so far from the Oriental Insurance captain. To see how he completes this last ball. Again, right up to the batsman. Just drives it back. End of the over. 57 for the loss of 1 wicket. 2 runs coming off that over. right arm leg spin. Plays it to the man at square leg. No run there. Aslam wanting to come on strike, but could have been a risky single. This time tossing this one up. Needs to start varying his length. He needs to keep the batsman guessing. Much better ball. This one, much raves on it. Yasser beating himself up. He needs to choose his deliveries. Lucky enough that the ball didn't go on to hit the stumps. Moved in the air, waiting to see who is under it, but the man had long off, quite far off, so a single. So Suleiman now starting to bowl a much better line. He's creating the chance. Slightly slow. Again, you see his feet are not moving towards the ball. They're just moving into the direction that you chance. This time towards the man at long off. Again, a misfield there and a boundary. Have a look at the man at long off. Half an attempt to stop that one. Gives Aslam his first boundary. Tosses it up. Invites the drive. Could have been a better effort by the fielder. Not to be, and results in a boundary. Score moves on to 62. Slightly flatter trajectory this time. Quicker. Aslam playing it back towards the bowler. Keeps the score to 62. The last ball of the 8th over coming up. Cuts this one towards point. And no run there. So end of the over. Much better over. He's just given away 5 runs of the over that he's bowled. So 62 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 8. Amit to continue in the air towards long off, 1 run completed and wanting the second, but could have been risky, so keeps it down to a single. Aslam plays it down to his man at long off and stops it with his boot. 1 run completed, rather not even a run, it's a walk by both the batsmen trying to conserve their energy. Down the leg side, called a wide, wanting to cramp the batsman, but result guilty of bowling it down the leg side, so 1 more run added. Plays it down the ground towards long on for a single there. Suleiman the fielder. Score moves on to 66. Bowling to Aslam, trying to field off his own bowling, misfields up 1, gives away the single. Score moves on to 67. This one playing towards the man at point. There's no fielder there, so results in a boundary. Score moves on to 71. Yasser moves on to 36 of 24. The pressure being released with that boundary that had been created in the past few overs. They still need to make a few inroads if they want to stop the Salama boys from putting up a tall score. This time, chance of a catch, but into the vacant third man region. So back-to-back boundaries. Ends on a good note for Salama Insurance, who's on 75 at the end of 9 overs. Have a look at both the boundaries. This time, short, just stands there and delivers the ball, racing away towards the point boundary. And the next one, slightly outside the off stump, moves towards the ball, cuts it, and an outside edge flies towards the third man boundary. No chance for the man at short third. So the end of
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
That is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Eight overs, 75 for the loss of 1 wicket. Welcome back. End of 8 overs, 75 for 1. Rather, sorry, it was end of 9 overs. My bad. 9 overs, 75 for 1. We're coming towards the midway stage of the innings. Mohammad Aslam on strike is batting 10 of 11. He's relatively been kept quiet at the moment. Much better ball. Up to the batsman, giving it a bit of a loop, inviting him to play in the air. There's a couple of men waiting down the ground to pouch it if it comes their way. Score remains on 75. This time sends this high and handsome over the long off boundary for a maximum. It's not going to hold back. If anything's going to be pitched up in his zone. Have a look at it. Just moves away towards the leg stump, creates a bit of room, and with his broad shoulders can send that into the stands. This is what he did. Welcome back as we have a change in the ball. The ball's lost, and this time goes on half a knee and sends this one again over square leg for a maximum. Score now racing along. It's gone up to 87, and now Aslam's on 22 of 14. He was quiet for the first 10 balls. In the last 2 balls, he scored 2 maximums. Time sends this again towards the square leg boundary. This time a boundary, but again, this is absolutely clueless bowling right now from Suleiman. He isn't trying to outfox the batsman. He's just coming in and delivering and hoping that the batsman makes a mistake. It's not going to happen with a good batsman like Aslam. He's not going to miss out on those opportunities. He's already scored a century previously. He knows the type of wickets these are. This time tossing this one up, plays it towards short cover, takes a single. Score moves on to 92. That's the last ball of the 10th over coming. Suleiman's already gone for 39 in 2.5 overs. He's already going at about 13 and over. Last ball of the over coming up. Yasser on strike. He's on 40 of 25. Short ball. Plays this towards deep mid wicket. The man there keeps it down to a single. End of 10 overs. 93 for the loss of 1 wicket. Mohammad Aslam batting 27 of 16. Yasser batting 41 of 26. As we take a quick break. Down the ground, plays it towards mid-off. No run there. Plays it again towards mid-off. Takes off for a quick single. The field, the misfields there. Allows the single to be completed. Plays it towards long off again this time. 1 run there. Score moves on to 95. Much better ball. He's bowling it right up to the batsman and absolutely no words to say. What kind of a fielding that is. No attempt, trying to stop it with your leg and letting the ball going into the boundary. Amit's not happy with that. Talk about effort. Now have a look at this. Does all the hard work, then decides to stop this with one leg, hits the other one and then goes into that. It's time towards extra cover. The fielder there doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. .5 overs completed. 99. Aslam on strike. Drives this one towards cover region. So the 100 coming up at the end of 11 overs. So first 50 coming in 5.5 and then the next one coming in 5.1 overs. Rather 101 for 1 at the end of 11 overs. 8 runs coming off this over. Could have been a much better over had the boundary not been given away, but that's not the case. Yasser batting 47. Change in the bowling. Daniel coming into bowl. Right up over the wicket. Short ball cuts this one towards point. The man at extra coming around to 20 paces to his left. One run added to the total. Score moves on to 102. Full toss. And the umpire calls it a no ball. So an extra ball, extra run, and a free hit coming up. I'm sure Aslam doesn't need a second invitation. If he gets the opportunity, he's going to make the maximum. The umpire calls it a free hit. Daniel to Aslam. Into this hitting arc, and he sends this one like a golf shot over long off. He races along to 36 of 20 balls. Score moves on to 110. Just at the moment, I would say that this is absolutely clueless bowling. Not sure where you want to bowl. It's not about just coming in, sending the ball down the wicket and hoping that the batsman make a mistake. You got to create those opportunities and string a few dot balls. This time bowls it onto the pads. There's nobody down at fine leg. The man at short square going around. And another couple of runs added to the total. Score moves on to 112. $11 runs coming off the first 3 legal balls of this over. Having a check with the umpires and the condition of the ball. And the umpire feels it's good enough to continue. Cuts this one towards point, the region there, and the ball again finding its way towards the boundary. So one more boundary. Score moves on to 116. Again, one more short ball. There's not much cover there. So another boundary. So Aslam moves on to 46 of 23 balls. Score moves on to 120. We're still in the 12th over of the game. Have a look at it. Daniel bowling short. No feet movement. Just the swing of the arms, and another boundary coming up. 19 runs. This is the most expensive over of the inning so far, with one more ball to go. Plays on the back foot. Plays it down towards long on for a single. So 20 runs coming off this over. And right now, Aslam, in a space of 24 balls, has just touched Yasir's score. He's on 47, just 1 run behind him. Will have an opportunity to overtake his batting partner once he gets the opportunity in the next over. over number 13 to begin. Fayaz Ali to come and bowl his last over of the day. He's given away 22 runs and got 1 wicket. He's the lone wicket taker. His captain will be hoping he sends back at least one of these two guys. It would be more happy if he gets Aslam. Wouldn't be a bad idea if he gets Yasir as well, as he bowls slightly slower. And Aslam just plays it towards covers for a single. So he is on 48 as well. He's done it 6 balls less than his partner, who's batting 48 of 31. Swing and a miss again. So a rare dot ball coming up. Yasir needs to compose himself. He's batted well so far. He has a few streaky shots, but he's got a reprieve as well. He's got to make that count and make a big score towards the third man region for a boundary. So 50 for Yasir, 52 of 33 balls. The first 50 of the day coming up has already come up with Yasir scoring that 52 with that boundary. This time inner edges is one, keeper misses the one more run added. Yasir has scored 52 with 8 boundaries and 1 6. Aslam on strike. Comes down the ground. Over the cover boundary, and he completes his 52 with that boundary. So both these batsmen have taken a liking to the bowling and have made maximum use of it. Aslam is 52 of 26, strike rate of 200. He's got 5 boundaries and 3 maximums. Down the leg side, called a wide. Score moves on to 132 as the captain wanted. They are well on course to score 200 in this 20 overs at the rate that they're going. And probably a chance if we have going by the reaction, but it's called a wide. Fayaz has been trying this. He tried it in the previous over that he bowled as well, trying to cramp the batsman and probably sneak one through. Either he gets an edge or sneaks one and crashes into the timber. That's not happening. He's just been called for wide a few times. Chance of a stumping and waiting for the umpire's decision. Whether he's going to go upstairs, not to be. End of the over, end of 13 overs, 134 for 1. Fayaz completes his. Have a look at that replay. Tries to defend this one, and luckily for Yasir, it's going over the stumps, and the keeper trying to effect a run out, but not to be, doesn't hit the stumps. The batsman too well in. So end of the over, 134 for 1 at the end of 13 overs. Fayaz Ali has given away 34 runs and taken the lone wicket that has fallen so far.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 14 to begin. It is Melvin to bowl now. Plays it towards point, creating the chance, but again, by the time the fielder does the cleanup, the single's completed, so one more run added. Score moves on to 135. Bowling down the leg side, so another wide. Melvin, I'm outside the awesome edge. This one, the man at shorter, doing well. He keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 137. With the loss of one wicket, the man out, Mohsen, was out for 18 of 18. Caught by Suleiman of the bowling of Fayaz. But after that, it has been the Mohammad Aslam and the Yasir show, as Melvin bowls one back, batsman plays it back towards him, no run there. Slightly slower into the stumps. Now this is what Melvin's doing better out here than his other bowlers, is that he's keeping the ball within the line of the stumps. He's not allowing them to free their arms. Any cross-batted shot could result in one of them hitting these stumps. But this time, as we speak, he bowls one way outside the off stump to be called a wide. So he will have to recompose himself again. Need to try to slow the game down. Try to shift the momentum back. Melvin comes into bowl to plays it down the ground towards the man at long off. One run there. Score moves on to 138. Sam plays it down towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder out there. Daniel, the fielder. The umpire reminding the fielder to throw the ball up rather than rolling it down the ground. So at the end of 14 overs, 140 for one, just 6 runs coming off that over. Over number 15 to begin. Amit plays it over cover region for a maximum. Six more runs added. Yasser moves on to 60. Now we look at that replay again. Up to the batsman. And sends this high and handsome over the man. It covers, no chance at all. So score moves on to 146. Coming from round the wicket, full toss. Plays it down towards Short mid off. There's a misfield there, but one more run added. Score moves on to 147. Brings Aslam on to strike. This time he gets an opportunity and he scores one maximum again. So the 150 coming up in 14.3 overs. Score moves on to 153. Salama well on course to score more than 200 out here with the way they're going at the moment. Low full toss, plays it towards the man at short mid off. There's one misfield there. The man at extra coming around. So misfield adding to the misery of Oriental Insurance. 2 runs added. The umpire warning the batsman of running onto the danger zone. Also at the off shot and being called a wide. Moves on to 156. This one again, another swing of the arm and another maximum. Another expensive over. 22 coming off the 5 balls that have been bowled. One more ball to go in this over. Just stand and deliver. There's absolutely no feet movement. Trusting his strength. And another wide. So one more ball to be re-bowled. Moves on to 163. Trying to play another one down the ground, not to be dot ball to end the over. 163 at the end of 15 overs. And Amit has gone for 46 in the 4 overs that he's bowled. Over number 16 to begin. So the last quarter of the innings to go. We'll have to wait and watch how much do Salama plunder from here on, as this time Yasser plays this one towards the man. It covers another one, trying to field with his feet, results in another boundary. Score moves on to 167. Have a look at it. Gingerly running towards the ball, and then in the end, just trying to field it with his feet. Not to be, so results in another boundary. One more one into the stands. One bounce, hitting the toe end of the bat and racing away towards the boundary. So another boundary coming up. Just playing through the line of the ball. They have got the measure of wicket. Back-to-back boundaries, taking the score on to 171. This time plays it towards long on. Suleiman, the fielder. Score moves on to 172. Both these batsmen now going neck and neck. Aslam batting on 68 of 34. Yasser batting 70 of 42. And another wide. So full toss, plays it towards mid wicket, and the ball slowly going to the man at long on, coming towards deep mid wicket and fielding this one. So 2 more runs added. But the batsman now reaching 70. Score moves on to 175. Same chance for man, but halfway through towards Suleiman, who fields it again. He's the only one who has been saving those boundaries and moving around much better than most of his teammates. Score moves on to 176. Full toss, plays it towards mid wicket. The man, one bounce, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 177 at the end of 16 overs. Both these batsmen on 71 each. 177 for 1 at the end of 16 overs. Over number 17 to start. Jaren, who's come back to bowl. He's bowled 2 overs and given him 16 runs. Much better ball. Calling this one in, but again the keeper staying back with helmet. Not sure what type of collection is that. The hand nowhere in position. Gives away a bye, lets off the pressure that should have been created. Brings Aslam on to strike. Score moves on to 178. Sam bowls it slightly with a flatter trajectory. Gives away a single. Score moves on to 179. Brings Yasser on to strike. Chance of an LBW, but going down leg side. swinging the ball, is reverse swinging the ball, which is a much better line he's bowling. Will want to keep the pressure and get a wicket or so. They badly need a wicket to bring that morale up. The shoulders have dropped. And just hoping for something to happen. They need to create those chances. They just can't hope that things will come their way until they do their effort towards short covers. No run there. Again, just a slight chance created, chance of a run out, but the fielder has to be proactive there. He's going to expect a few to come his way. Plays it in the air towards mid-wicket. The man coming around keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 181. 4 runs coming off this 5 balls so far. 2 extras, a bye and a leg bye, and 2 of the bat. Jaren's done well to keep this over in check. He will want to close it out well. Much better ball down the ground, low full toss. 1 more run added. 5 runs coming off that over. End of the 17th over. 182 for 1. Both these batsmen well into the 70s. Aslam batting 73 of 39. Yasir batting 72 of 46.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Start of the 18th over. This time short ball, swings it towards mid-wicket and well over the fielder at mid-wicket. Yasir moves on to 78. Second ball down the ground towards covers. 1 more run. Third ball, again a short one, plays it towards mid-wicket, another maximum, this time just over the bowler. Fourth ball coming up again, swings this one, another maximum. So 3 maximums coming in a space of 4 balls, and Aslam has now moved on to 85. Have a look at it again, into the zone, and just stand and deliver. This time moves away. 1 bounce into the mid-wicket boundary for 4. 23 runs coming off the 5 balls that have been bowled in this over. This time again plays it down towards long on for another maximum. So 4 sixes coming off this over and a boundary and a single. 29 runs coming off this over. 211 for 1. And Aslam is now just 1 hit away from a century again. He's on 95 of 48 balls. Have a look at the third 6 into the mid wicket. He scored 3 of in the mid wicket region, and the fourth one was well above the man at long on. Have a look at the boundary that he scored. That was the 6th that he scored on the last ball of the over. 211 for 1. Current run rate of 11.72. Well on course to make 230-35. 240 will be full toss towards the third man region for boundary. So Jaren 2 going for a boundary of the first ball of the 19th over. 215. This time Yasser places over the man at cover, the man at extra cover doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 216. This time Aslam goes down, plays it towards the man at covers, 1 run there. Score moves on to 217. Yasser plays it down towards short covers. The fielders now at the moment edge of the circle. They're just happy to give away that single. They've been taken to the cleaners with a lot of boundaries and 6s being scored. So at the moment, giving away a single is not going to damage much. There's another single being scored. Rather, this single being denied. So he remains on 96. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. He's batting 96 of 45. Going at a strike rate of more than 200 as of now. His strike rate at the start of this game was 177.94. He's bettered that one at the moment. This time down the ground, waiting for it to see. And another maximum and consecutive centuries for Aslam. He moves on to 102 for 1 at the end of 19. Score is 224. 6 boundaries, 9 sixes. Last over coming up, Gamble Suleiman into bowl and another 6. So lost count of the number of 6s that have been scored in the last few games. You see Yasser. 1 bounce into the rope she goes. That's 4 runs of the first ball. Score galloping along to 228 for 1 wicket. The only success that they've got so far. Dot ball. It's more of damage control, but the damage has been done I'm not sure if any kind of insurance can help this damage that has been created. This time outside the off some 2 consecutive dot balls, a rarity which has happened in this innings through the inning so far. This time again into his zone, 1 bounce into the ropes. Yasser moves on to 93 of 55. He's 7 runs short of a century himself. He's got a couple of deliveries. Need to see how does he go about with it. He needs to have a look at it. Trying his best to send this over the ropes, but this time a dot ball. So 1 more ball left in the innings. 232 for 1. Plays this one towards short covers and another catch dropped. 1 run added. So the end of 20 overs, 233 for 1. A sorry looking affair from the Oriental Insurance. We'll have a look at the scorecard. We have a look at the players making their way back towards the pavilion. Have a look at the scorecard coming up. Only 3 batsmen getting to bat today. The one Yasir Khan 94 of 57. Mohsin Sheril 18 of 18. He was the lone man out, caught by Suleiman off the bowling of Fayaz. And then Mohammad Aslam Shehzad 102 of 46. 19 extras in innings, propelling the score to 233, run rate of 11.65. Have a look at the bowling card. Fayaz Ali 4 overs, 34 for 1. Jeren, the pick of the bowlers, but he too went for 8 and above. He was 32 of 4 overs. Suleiman Saeed 4 overs, 49 runs, no wicket. Amit Udasi 4 overs, 46 runs, no wicket. Daniel Armstrong 1 over, 20 runs, and Melvin giving away 49 of the 3 overs that he's bowled. 19 extras. The only wicket to fall was at the score of 49, and after that it was the Aslam and Yasir show which put on 233. Take a quick break and reply of Oriental Insurance.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
That is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
So ball number 1 of the second innings to commence. Suleiman on strike, his partner Daniel at the non-strikers end. Majid to start the proceedings. Right arm over the wicket. They're in the power play. Short balls it towards, plays it towards square leg. No run there. Slightly short, could have done much better with that, but manages to play it down towards square leg. So no runs. Majid into ball to Suleiman. Plays this towards short covers, takes off for a quick single, so he is off the mark. And the team is also off the mark with that single. Score 1 for the loss of no wicket, with Daniel coming on strike for the first time in the game. Cuts this one towards the third man area. Jack for a double, so he's off the mark for the double. Score moves on to 3. Marches into ball to Gameon. Squares him up, plays it towards point. The fielder in the circle, quite alert. Will want to grab any opportunity that comes their way. Plays this towards short third. Half a stop there, gives away the single. Score moves on to 4. Suleiman on strike. In the air, they were over the man at covers, and the first boundary coming up. The end of the first over, 8 for the loss of no wicket. A little bit of it, and just needs to send this over the cover man. The end of 1 over, 8 for the loss of no wicket.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Afsar to start over number 2. Needing another 226 more runs of the remaining 19 overs. Keeper up to the stumps. Drives this towards short covers. Takes a quick single. A risky one. But in the end, completing the single comfortably. Have a look at the boundary that was scored on the last ball. Slightly just chips us over the man at covers. Drives this one towards covers. The man at a short cover doing the fielding. Gets a hand to it. 1 run completed. And the second run completed. Waiting with 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 11. Good bit of drive. Not so good fielding by the fielder, but managing to get half a stop so doesn't let the ball go to the boundary. This time inner edges this one bounced into the keeper's gloves. Score remains on 11. This one again towards short cover, no run there. This is where the difference is between both these sides, is that the Salama boys have started well. They're bowling to their field, not pitching it up to the batsman, bowling it on the good length spot, making use of a little bit of swing that is available. This time again, talks back and cuts this towards covers. No run there. You need to come in with a plan to bowl to the batsman, you just cannot come and deliver anything out. Last ball of the over coming up. Man at slip, waiting for an edge. This time slightly outside the tram line, so another 1 run at first extra of the innings. It's a wide. Score moves on to 12. Just 4 runs have come off the first 5 balls. They need many more of that. They need to make use of this power play. Drives this one. The man at covers doing the chase. Man at long off coming towards his left and covering the ball. 2 more runs added. 6 runs coming off the over at the end of 2 overs. 14 for the loss of no wickets. Suleiman of 9 of 8 and Daniel batting 4 of 4. We see the first change right away in the 3rd over. In pursuit of a Sheikh Humayun left arm. Daniel plays this towards point. No run there. Humayun bowled this one outside the off stump and it needs to keep it a little bit more tight. He can work. This one loops this one, giving it a bit of air. Daniel playing all over that one into the keeper's gloves. No run there. Score remains on 14. They need to show some intent. Somebody needs to take on. That's much better. Plays it down the ground over the man at mid off. Come back for 2. They need to create those opportunities out here to score. They just cannot block and play a few singles. They need to get boundaries the way the Salama batsmen had done. Yasser and Aslam were going all guns blazing. They need to have some ammunition. It's much better this time down the ground towards cow corner for a boundary. So Daniel gets his first boundary. Score moves on to 20. Have a look at this. Comes down the ground. Again, this time cuts this towards short, towards point, and a drop there. So a reprieve for Daniel. And Humayun, the bowler, not happy with that, was adding insult to injury. He gave away a boundary of the previous ball. This time created the chance, but the man at point overrunning and dropping that one. So a chance going down. Score 21. Suleiman plays this towards point again. They single being denied out there by Daniel. End of the over, 21. We look at that in the air, and the man overrunning and shelving that catch down. Have a look at it. Cuts this one with no movement at all and took it very easily. over number 4 to start Afsar to bowl the 4th over. With 6 runs of the first over they bowl. This time plays this down the ground for a boundary. So Daniel now getting into the act. He's come up to 15 of 10 balls. Score moves on to 25. They need to maximize this power play if they want to match this score. They need boundaries, and boundaries plenty. There's hardly much in the wicket, so you can trust yourself and play those shots. You only need to make sure you choose the right ball. This one dabs this one down to third man. The man at third man giving the chase, but the ball just wins the race. Into the fence he goes. Cheer for the Oriental team. The back-to-back boundaries. So score racing on to 29. Have a look at that. The first one down the ground. The man at long on had no chance. Few bounces into the fence, and then the next one very full. All he did was just open the face of the bat, and the man at short third was quite fine. Couldn't get himself down in time, and he had to run down the ground. Let's see if he goes down one more time. He goes down the ground again. Chance of a catch, and another one dropped. Daniel deciding to go for the hat-trick of boundaries. Lucky for him that the ball at long on was dropped, so he's still there in the center. Have a look at it. Chance created across the line. Not getting in the sweet spot, but the fielder too not getting into the sweet spot of his palm. So this time Suleiman trying the same. Under edges this one to short third. No run there. Scores 30 for the loss of no wicket. We're in 3.3 overs. Suleiman batting 9 of 10. Daniel at the moment has 20 of 12 balls. Plays one towards short covers there. No run there. Again, a thought as to which of the batsmen will take on the bowlers. Will it going to be either of them or both of them? Because they need plenty of runs. This time wanting to go down the ground, but misses that one. Slightly holding his line. So the end of 4 overs. Score 30 for the loss of no wicket. Suleiman batting 9 of 12. Daniel batting 20 of 12. Needing another 204 runs of 16 overs at the rate of 12.75. They started at 11.7, and a matter of 4 overs, that run rate has jumped up by 1 run every over. Majid to come bowl his second over, 5th of the innings. Daniel rocks back and cuts this towards short covers, and a single being completed. Score moves on to 31. Suleiman on strike. This time sends this one bounce towards the mid-wicket boundary. Short ball. Enough time to rock back and play that shot. So he gets his second boundary. Score moves on to 35. Have a look at it. Slightly short. Enough time. Kept his composure and balance. That's the key if you want to play some good strokes. This time, chance for the man at mid-on. A couple of times through the hand. And another drop. So the chances being created but not taken. Salama cannot just be assured that with 233 on the board, they can drop those catches and win the game. They need to take those. You need to create those opportunities and make use of them. Suleiman playing it towards short covers. No run there. Have a look at the drop catch there. This time slightly holding its length back into the hands. Does well to reach there. But have a look at it. The hands are not close enough. This time way over the man at long on for a maximum. So Suleiman making use of the reprieve that he's got. He's sent once soaring over long on for a maximum. Oriental not going to go down without a fight. They are taking it back towards the Salama boys. Body reached 41. This time down the ground. The man at long off doing the fielding one run there. Didn't get it right in the middle of the bat. He got it in the toe end of the bat. Could have resulted in another boundary had it been through the sweet spot. Not to be 42 at the end of 5 overs. Have a look at that. 6. Again, although playing it slightly off shape, he still makes sure that he's got enough contact on that.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Humayun to come and bowl his second over. Cuts this one towards point. No run there. This time goes down on one knee towards the man at mid wicket, and again way over that. So now Suleiman is giving them a few back what they had received. So he moves on to 26 of 19. Score moves on to 48. So at the moment they're going neck and neck with what is how when Salama started off their innings. Remains to be seen whether they keep that same momentum up. This time down the ground and over the man at mid-on rather. A single taken. Score moves on to 49. Daniel on strike. He is on 21. Suleiman on 27. Plays this with soft hands to a short cover and a single being taken. So the 50 coming up in 5.4 overs. A shade better than what Salama had got the 50 in 5.5. It remains to be seen whether they keep that momentum and keep accelerating that scoring rate. This time towards long off for a maximum. So the over comes to an end with a couple of sixes. End of. So the one more ball to go. 5.5 overs. 56 for the loss of no wicket. Suleiman is on 33 of 21. This is seriously some good batting that we are seeing on our show. Again, down the ground. One bounce into the fence. So 5 overs completed. 60 for the loss of no wicket. Suleiman batting 37 of 22. Daniel batting 22 of 14. Have a look at that. Again, just shifting the body weight to create that angle and send that one bounce into the rope. 60 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 5. Does he have a plan B or does he still stick on to the plan that he's come up with? He's started to bowl the 6th over off spinner. Daniel now sensing that Suleiman's on a good show, wanting to just take a single and go down. He too shouldn't waste those opportunities that come his way to score. He too can score a few. This time blocks himself, so no run there. So 2 consecutive dot balls. Needing another 174 runs to win this contest. This time decides to take it on and he too sends this one over cow corner for a maximum. Score moves on to 66. So a couple of dot balls just creating that pressure. He released the pressure with that 6. Required run rate. The last of previous over was 12.75. They've tried to maintain that. They brought it down to 12.44. So the runs are coming. They just need to make sure that they keep that momentum and keep scoring those boundaries every over. They need a couple of boundaries at least every over with the odd singles and doubles. Salama boys will have to just keep it cool and just wait for that opportunity that comes away. They've already dropped 3 so far in the first 6 overs. They could have well seen the back of both these openers so far, but not to be. So 66 for no loss at 6.4. This time again shortens his length up, gives away a single. Score moves on to 67. Much better over. It's a 7 ball 5 balls 7 runs given. That's much better in giving the context of the game. Need to see how does Suleiman approach his last ball of the power play, and he plays this towards mid wicket. 1 bounce and a misfield by both the fielders, resulting in that boundary. 71 for no loss at the end of power play. Both the fielders, have a look at it, wanting to play this over mid wicket. 1 bounce. You have a look at it. There was a catch opportunity, but the man at square leg and the man at deep mid wicket coming in, neither of them taking the catch and letting the ball go into the boundaries. So 71 for no loss at the end of 6. We'll have a look at the scorecard. Suleiman Saeed batting 41 of 25. Daniel Armstrong batting 29 of 19. One extras in the total so far. They need another 163 of the remaining 13 at 12.54 as we start the 7th over. Bowling change again. This is no ball देना चाहिए. Mohammad Aslam, the centurion, he's given away wide of the first ball. Daniel plays this towards short square leg, takes a single off strike, gives it to Suleiman. He moves on to 30 of 20 balls. Aslam operating from round the wicket. He bowled the first ball and he bowled a wide, so now deciding to come round the wicket and block those angles. It doesn't, but it's not going to hold back this one. One bounce towards the man at deep mid wicket, one more run added. So Suleiman's now decided to go after everything, but not getting the elevation he is looking for. This one bowling down leg side, well taken by the keeper, moves towards his left. It's called the blind side of a wicket keeper. Score moves on to 75. Plays this again with soft hands towards the man at point and takes away for a quick single. Score moves on to 76. 7.3 overs completed. Cuts this one, man at short third, very fine. So another dot balls. Dot ball is going to create that pressure. It's only how you absorb that pressure and you score. You don't miss out on the single and doubles. And when that opportunity to send this towards the boundary, you got to make use of it. As he does it on this occasion, cuts this one towards point. Score moves on to 80. Have a look at it. Round the wicket, slants it across, close for comfort, but the bat at the right position to send this one crashing into the point boundary. Score moves on to 80. Sam again rocks back and cuts this one towards point. No run there. So at the end of 8 overs, 80 for the loss of no wicket. Over number 9 to begin. Yasser, the bowler. This time slows it up and bowls slightly outside the off stump. Daniel taking it from outside the off stump and playing it towards the mid wicket region. Gets a single, so he moves on to 32. Score moves on to 81. Suleiman is on 46 of 27, 1 minute away from a half century. It's been runs galore here at the Al Malik grounds here in Ajman. The Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10. Hitting the toe end of the bat, going down on one knee to fetch that one. So 1 run coming of the first 2 balls. Full toss, plays it down the ground. Fielder at long on doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 82. Daniel plays it towards the deep mid wicket, 1 bounce towards the fielder. Score moves on to 83. Hello? Hello? Madan? 83. This time high and handsome over the man at long on for another maximum into the scorer's box. He completes his 50 of 30 balls. He's on 53. He's on 53 of 30. 5 boundaries, 4 sixes. Strike rate of 176. Madan, 302. 302. Okay, take it. A dot ball. End of the over, end of 9 overs. 89 for the loss of no wicket. Suleiman batting 53 of 31. Daniel 33 of 23.
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Humayun to come and bowl his third over, the 10th of the innings. We're coming towards the halfway mark of the innings. It's been an exciting run chase. Oriental not wanting to giving up. They have a daunting task on the head. They have to score 234. At the moment are 89 for the loss of no wicket. Daniel plays this back towards the bowler. Plays this towards, covers the man at extra cover doing the fielding, brings Suleiman on strike. Cuts this one, the man at covers, not a good effort, not appreciated by the bowler. The ball goes towards the boundary. Score moves on to 94. Suleiman on 57 of 32. This time towards long on chance, and this time it's been taken. Finally, redemption for Salama. They managed to get the dangerous Suleiman out for 57 of 33 balls. First wicket down, a score of 94. Man out, Suleiman Saeed, 57 of 33, 6 boundaries, 4 sixes. An entertaining knock with a strike rate of 172.73 comes to an end, as Fayaz comes in at number 3. Have a look at that. Pitching it outside the off stump, taking it away, asking him to fetch that one. He does that, but sends it just enough towards the man at long on. And Aslam Fires the new man coming at number 3. He has to carry on the momentum that Suleiman has built for his team so far. His statistics: 5 matches, 80 runs at a strike rate of 108.7. They'll need much more than that. A quick fire 50-60 will be handy if they need to overhaul the score. More so if he can continue up towards the end. Fires plays this towards point, no run there. Five runs coming in the first 5 balls with the wicket of the 4th ball of the over. Plays this down the ground for a single. He's off the mark. So at the end of 10 overs, 95 for the loss of 1 wicket in pursuit of 234. Needing another 139 runs of the remaining 60 balls at the rate of 13.90. Yasser comes on to strike. He is given away 20 runs of the 2 overs. Fayaz plays this with soft hands towards short covers. Calls in for a quick single. Daniel a bit slow to respond but still makes it on in time. Score moves on to 96. Yasser to Daniel. Daniel plays it to a short cover, no run there. Daniel's gone into his shell in the last few balls. He was the one who started off the maximizing of score, but since then, after that, it was Suleiman. But Daniel this time decides to go downtown. Couple of bounces towards the man at long off. 1 run completed. Fayaz looking at the opportunity of a second, but not to be. Run rate now touching nearly 14.5. It's going to go up with every ball. This time plays it slowly over the man at short. Fine. 1 run completed. Yeah. Again, not so good fielding, but not so great batting as well, or running between the wickets. You need to try to maximize those singles to doubles and more. They just ambled across. There was an opportunity of a second, but not taken. This time plays it towards mid-wicket. The man there at deep mid-wicket doing this fielding. The Salama team will not mind those singles every ball. They will want to. They are inviting the batsmen to play in the air. So far, they've managed to get 1 wicket. They will want more. Slowish ball this time, holding it back a little bit more, altering that length. So end of the over, 11 overs gone, 99 for the loss of 1 wicket. In another situation, this would have been a very good score, 99, but when you're chasing 234, you need to have more than that in the 11 overs that have been bowled so far, as they need another 135 of the remaining 9 with a run rate of exactly 15 runs per over. After into bowl the 13th over, right arm over the wicket. Daniel plays this high in the air and man it long off, just keeping it down to a single. He needs to play more vertical than horizontal. He needs to play it more into the area. He's trying to play everything towards the mid-wicket region. And the bowlers are quite happy to send this one slightly outside the off stump and asking him to fetch. Fayaz plays this towards long off for a single. The man it stationed there wide, the wide 8 extra covers. Runs to his right and collects the ball, keeps it down to a single. So 100 coming up in the 11th over. It's 101 for 1 in 11.2. Afsar into bowl to Daniel. Again plays it down towards mid-wicket. One bounce into the fence. He goes. Score moves on to 105 with that boundary. And he moves on to 41 of 30. After bowling this outside the off stump, slightly into the zone that he would, that Daniel would like. And one bounce over the fence he goes. The man at long on was standing slightly wide, is unable to cut that one. So 105 for 1. Bowling down the leg side called a wide, so score moves on to 106. Afsar is given away 22 runs so far. This time Yorks himself into the block hole. Score remains on 106. Chance of a stumping, not to be. Daniel was still inside the crease, so dot ball. So every dot ball is going to add on to the pressure, and that required run rate will keep jumping up by a few notches. Down the ground, plays it towards mid-off. Yasser doing the fielding there, keeps it down to a single. End of the over, 107 for 1 at the end of 12. Yasser to bowl his last over. He's given away 24 runs of the 3 overs he's bowled. This time Melvin fetching it from outside the off stump, and another sloppy fielding. The fielding standards have been way below par today by both these sides, resulting in another boundary. So 28 runs given away in 3.1. Score moves on to 111 for 1. This is a triple and have a look at it. Floats this one outside off. Melvin plays across the line. A couple of bounces and through the fielder's hands. This time plays it again towards mid-wicket and over the fence he goes for a maximum. So 10 runs coming out the first 2 balls. You need 16 runs per over at the start of this over, and The first 2 balls, you've got 10 runs. The pressure back on the bowler. You need to keep that momentum and maximize it. See to it that you get those runs. Have a look at it as he sends this one over mid-wicket. And he completes his 50 with that. He's 52 of 35. This time wanting to drill this one over long off. Drills it down the ground to long off for a single. Score moves on to 117. 11 runs coming of the first 3 balls. Fayaz has to do better. He's just got 4 of 6. He plays this one towards mid-wicket for a single. It's a bit of a risk when you want to just let one of your partner do the scoring and you take a single and go towards the other end. If the ball is there to be hit, it has to be hit. You are a number 3 bat, as Daniel plays this one towards mid-wicket for another single. So good comeback by Yasir after the first 2 balls where he gave away 10 runs. He's given a single for the next 3 balls. So 13 runs coming off this over. Score moves on to 120. As Fayaz plays this towards long off. A few bounces to the man there. So good comeback by Yasir to complete his quota of today. He's given away 38 runs of the 4 overs he's bowled. 121 for 1 at the end of 13 overs, needing another 113 of the remaining 42 balls at the rate of 16.14.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
That is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 14 to Cummins. Left armer coming to it. He plays it. Fayaz plays it down towards long off for a single. Rashidul the bowler. This time Daniel plays it high in the air, and the man at long on doing the catching. So Daniel's entertaining innings 2 comes to an end. He's out for 54 of 37. Have a look at Rashidul. Slightly slower. He skews this up in the air. He wanted to go towards mid-wicket, went too straight, and the man at long off coming down to his right. As you see, Daniel Armstrong scoring 54 of 38, called by officer of the bowling of Rashidul. 5 boundaries, 2 sixes at the rate of 142. Qasim, the new man, jersey number 77. $122 for 2. Mohammad Qasim on strike. Rashidul, the successful bowler, this time plays it down the ground towards long on. Man, Mohammad Aslam, the fielder, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 123. He's off the mark with that single. Fayaz now the senior partner, 7 of 9. He has to go big. Tries to go big, but towards the bowler fielding of his own bowling, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 124. Is down the ground again for another single. Slum the fielder there. Score moves on to 127. Rather 126 at the end of 14 overs. Farzan, the new bowler, as we have a total view of the ground that is there. Fayaz Ali on strike is 9 of 11. Farzan, the bowler, cuts this one towards cover, towards point region rather. The man a deep point doing the fielding. Single scored. And a chance of a run out there, waiting for the umpire. Sends it upstairs. Miscommunication between the batsmen. Miscommunication. Let's have a look at. Quite close to some good take by the keeper. One bounce. And he is out. Short of his crease. Just short of his crease. So he'll have to make his way back to the pavilion. The miscommunication resulting in the third wicket being struck down. 127 for 3. Mohammad Qasim, the man out, 2 of 2. Amit Udasi, the new man, places towards long on for a single, so he is off the mark. Score moves on to 128 as Fayaz plays this towards deep extra cover. 1 run there. Score moves on to 129. Singles are not going to help their cause. It's only just going to get the score up, but not reach the target that they're looking for. They need 234 in the as Amit plays in the air over the bowler's head. A couple of bounces to the man at long off. One more run added. Score moves on to 130, needing another 104 runs of the remaining 32 balls at the run rate of 19.5 per over. This is practically 3 runs and above per ball. As Fayaz places down the ground, the man at long off doing the fielding. So another single. Score moves on to 131. Score moves on to the bowler assuming that he had completed the over. Not to be, just one more ball remaining in the over. Need to see how does Amit come. He's batting 2 of 2. Chance of a stumping. The umpire not interested. End of the over. 131 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. Another 103 runs of the remaining 5 overs at the rate of 20.60. Rashidul coming back to bowl his second over. It's a successful last over where he got the wicket of Daniel. Had just given away 5 runs in that over. Coming from around the wicket. A quick run being taken, waiting for the umpire's signal. And wides being called, so 2 runs added. Score 133. Places down the ground. One more run added. Score moves on to 134. .134 for 3. Swing and a miss. Fayaz absolutely not able to connect those ones. He hasn't got a boundary so far. They need boundaries, and their boundaries big time. As the current required run rate has now reached 21.43. It is getting difficult by every passing ball. This time cleans him up. So the second wicket for Rashidul. The dangerous Fayaz Ali is sent back to the hut without much contribution today. He's out for 12 or 15. As you have a look at that, slightly outside his hitting arc, plays across the line and sees the timber being crushed behind him. And Fayaz is the new man in at number 6, Sahil. Rashidul to Sahil. Asking for an LBW, not to be off the bat. I guess that's what the batsman says. So does the umpire think. So he survives 134 for 4. Rashidul is now given away 8 runs and taken 2 wickets in the 1.4 overs he is bowled. That's tries to swing this one. Umpire calls it a legal ball, so it's going to remain as a dot ball. 134 for 4. Needing exactly 100 runs to win this game in the remaining 4.125 balls, and you need a boundary every ball. A single being taken, so at the end of 16 overs, 135 for 4. Mohammad Aslam to come and continue. Slow right arm over. Balls it slower through the air. Sahil playing early on that shot. No run there. Another miss. So another dot ball. Blizzes towards mid-off for a single. Score moves on to 136. in the air, chance of catch and taken. So the 5th wicket down, and a wicket to Mohammad Aslam after that century that he scored. 136 for 5. As we'll have a look at that replay, Aslam tossing this one up way slower than expected. Hits it, chips it up. The keeper having all the time to remove his helmet and going and collecting that catch. .136 for 5 as Jerin comes into the wicket. Aslam to Jerin. Asking for an LBW, that's way down leg side, so not going to be. 5 balls completed of the over, just a single coming off it and a wicket. As we come into the closure of the 17th over, 136. The runs have literally dried up. Not even a single has now become a difficult task. So end of the over, 137 for 5.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
His last over for the day, he's given away 31 runs of the 3 overs he's bowled and got 1 wicket. Sahil plays this towards short mid wicket and gets a single score, moves on to 137. Brings Jerin on strike. Plays this towards the mid wicket region. There's a man down there, just keeps it down to a single. Drives this one, takes the outer edge, goes to a short third and another single, so 1 more run added. .139 for 5, 4th ball of the over. Swings, ball just eluding him and into the keeper's gloves. No run there. 2 more balls left in the over. That's what the umpire indicates to his partner. 139 for 5. Again plays it down to a short mid wicket. Chance of a run out and the 6th wicket down. And a sloppy bit of running between the wickets. No communication. Right into the hands of the man at short mid wicket. Jerin takes off and Sahil paying the price by losing his wicket. He's run out for 4 of 8. Melvin the new man at number 8. Asking for a caught stumping, and the umpire obliges. So Melvin has come and gone, and Humayun gets another wicket for himself. End of the 18th over, 139 for 7. New man in is Anmol. He'll be at the non-striker's end as Melvin was out the last ball of the 18th over. So 12 more balls remaining, 96 runs required. The 95 runs required. Rashidul to bowl to Jerin. Plays it down the ground, and a late call for a single gets 1 run. Score moves on to 140. Keeper up to the stumps. Plays it down towards short mid wicket. Chance of a run out there at the non-strikers end. Not to be. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 141. Interesting to see how much does the Oriental Insurance close this innings at. How much more will they get in the remaining 10 balls? Dot ball. Score remains on 141. Plays this one towards short covers for another single. Score moves on to 142. Into the pads, plays it towards short mid wicket, trying for another run out. Ball hitting the sticks, and the umpire asks for a referral upstairs. Show me from the other angle, if you have one. Not conclusive. Not conclusive. Show me the other angle. Not out. Press not out. No evidence. Acha, not out. The batsman survives. A single scored. 142 for 7. The one ball to go. 143 for 7. One more ball remaining in the penultimate over. 91 more required of the remaining 7 balls. This came well and truly in the grasp of Salama. Places again towards short mid wicket. Another single. $144 for 7. This is the last over coming up. Rashidul giving away 14 runs of the 3 overs that he's bowled, took 2 wickets. Jaran on strike. Majid the bowler wanting to play a big shot, doesn't get any contact, no run there. He's bowled himself. So another wicket to fall. The 8th wicket down. Jaren the man out. 4 of 11 balls. When you have a look at it, he wanting to play a big shot. Right up over the wicket, into the pads, and straight onto the stumps. So the 8th wicket down. Newman is cool. 144 for 8. 4 balls remaining in this over. And the bowler just dropping onto his knees. A dot ball again. Score remains on 144. And we have 3 more balls remaining in this innings. So we're coming to the closure of game number 16 of the Insurance Cricket Premier League between Oriental and Salama, as one more bat plays this one off his pads onto his stick. So wicket number 9 gone, as Majid gets 2. He's bowled a dot ball, a wicket, a dot ball and a wicket. So 144 for 9 with a couple of balls remaining and the last man to walk in. Have a look at the replay. Flowing action, gets us onto his pads and that goes on to kiss the stumps and brings the number 11 bat to the ground. Fardeen is the edge going towards the fine leg boundary for 4 more runs. So score moves on to 148 with 1 ball left in the innings. Fardeen is on 4 of 1 with that boundary. The boundary coming towards the penultimate ball of the innings. Let's have a look at the last ball. This plays it back towards the bowler, and an 85 run victory for the Salama Insurance. They beat the Oriental Insurance 233 versus 148. A massive victory which should propel them to the top of the group. Handshakes all around as we have a look at the scorecard of the Oriental Insurance team. See the last batsman walking back towards the pavilion after handshakes, and the Salana boys in a huddle before they walk back towards the pavilion. All smiles and handshakes in the Salama dugout as the fielders walk off the field. We bring you the scorecard quickly. Handshakes by the Salama boys and the Oriental Insurance boys. A game played in true spirits. Of course, a gulf between the capabilities, but not in the intent. The Oriental Insurance had not given up when they started the innings, and they finally came up to 148. As we have a look at the Oriental Insurance scorecard, a promising start by the for the run chase. Suleiman Said, 57 of 33. He was caught by Mohammad Aslam of the bowling of Sheikh Humayun. Daniel Armstrong, the 54 of 38, caught by Afsar of the bowling of Rashidul. And then it was one-way traffic. Fayaz Ali Shah out 12 of 16, bowled by Rashidul. Mohammad Qasim was run out for 2 of 2. Amit Uzasi caught by Mohsin of the bowling of Aslam for 3 of 5. Sahil Patel also was run out 4 of 8. Jerin Joshi bowled by Majid 4 of 11. Melvin D'Souza stumped by Mohsin of the bowling of Sheikh Humayun. Anmol Chaturvedi not out 2 of 2. Kul Prasad out none of 2 balls. He was bowled by Majid, and Fardeen Siraj just managed to get a boundary of the 2 balls he faced. 6 extras in innings, final total 148 for 9, and a loss by 85 runs. As we have a look at the bowling card, Majid Sardar 3 overs 24 for 2 wickets. He came back to take the final 2 wickets of the innings. Afsar Wagale 3 overs 23 runs, no wicket. Sheikh Humayun expensive 4 overs 34 runs for the 2 wickets he got. Yasir Khan 4 overs 38 runs, no wicket. Mohammad Aslam 2 overs 10 runs, 1 wicket. Rashidul Alam to pick up the bowlers 3 overs 14 runs, 2 wickets. And Farzan Zafar 1 over 5 runs, no wicket. Fall of wickets, it was 94, and then it was downhill from there on. Second wicket fell at the score of 122, 127, fourth at 134, fifth at 136. There's a couple of them at 139, the sixth and seventh, and then the eighth and the ninth falling at 144. So that concludes the game as of now, as the presentations get underway. Good afternoon and welcome to the presentations. We have the pleasure of having Mr. Shehzad Altaf, a former UAE international who has represented UAE in the 96 World Cup. He will be giving away the man of the match to Mohammad Aslam for his brilliant century. A word of appreciation by Shehzad to the youngster. Thank you, Shehzad. Thank you very much. असलम, आसान सी बॉलिंग, आसान सी विकेट जब आप अंदर जाते हैं?
एक्चुअली विकेट शुरू में जब मैंने इनिंग्स स्टार्ट की थी उस वक्त इतना आसान नहीं था, बॉल फंस रहा था, बट आई ट्राई टू स्टिक ऑन द बेसिक्स. सो ये कि उसके बाद जब 1-2 ओवर गुजरे हैं तो फिर बॉल आना शुरू हो गई थी, तो उसके बाद फिर गो विद द फ्लो वाली बात हो गई. तो जो भी बुरी बॉल मिली उसको हिट किया और बाकी जो अच्छी आई उसको अच्छे तरीके से खेला. तो बस यही है. बाकी एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जब लास्ट 5 ओवर शुरू हुए तो फिर हम ऑल आउट गए हैं. उस वक्त हमने हिटिंग शुरू की है, तो ये कि अच्छा आ रहा था जब ये, क्योंकि इतने टाइम पे हम काफ़ी सेट हो चुके थे. आखिरी 5 ओवरों में फिर हम ये कि खुल के खेला है.
एनीवे, थैंक यू. और ये मसल्स जो हैं आपके बहुत बहुत काम आ रहे हैं आपको. ऑल द बेस्ट एंड होपफुली एक और सेंचुरी देखने को मिलेगी अगले मैच में.
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
And that's the man of the match as we call in Amit Udasi from Oriental Insurance. Amit, a quick word with you. A few positives to take away from this game, the opening partnership.
Opening partnership is quite well, but middle order batsmen not just get in the touch. So, but we done the good still. Bowling is not in the we not bowl well. We should be restricted within 150 runs, so we can easily win the match.
Yeah, 150 is what you're looking. You scored about 148. So if that would have been a few catches taken, probably we could have had a different result.
Right. When the fielding, we dropped a few catches and the bowling is not enough. So it should be a 150, restricted 150, and so we couldn't win the easily match. But we not ball as per according to the plan.
Anyway, thank you for your time and all the best for your last game against NASCO. As we speak to Yasir from Salama. Yasir, you needed 200. You were looking at 200. You got 233. But talking about the fielding and the bowling, probably an area that you have to work as you start moving towards the knockout stages, and then you have Watania first coming up in the next game that you all are playing.
Yes, as planned, the first half went well. But the second half, as you correctly said, that the fielding was worst. We just had a team meeting. I've screwed them up. I'm expecting that they will be up to the mark from the next match. We will be having some net sessions, practice matches within the week. So let's hope for the best. And what we expected, we did the same thing. But yes, we had expected that we will restrict them below 100, and they went up. We dropped 4 or 5 catches in the starting on 4 or 5 overs as well, only. But yeah, hope for the best, and inshallah we'll do the same.
On a personal front, you were looking to get that 100 after Aslam, but just probably a couple of balls more and probably you might have reached that milestone.
Yes, I missed my century by 6 runs, and the second last ball, I don't know how I missed it. It was a 6 ball. I could have hit a 6 on that, but it was in luck. Like my luck was not going through at that time, and I missed the run by 6 runs. So 94 happened. Inshallah, next game I'll hit a century.
Anyway, thank you for your time and all the best for the future games. That concludes our presentation. Salama having a 85-run victory, and they square off with Watania in their next last league game. As we take a break and we come back next week with game number 17 and more on. Thank you for your time and stay well. Thank you.
Let the journey begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges. Cause in the end, we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. The ball has hit the bat, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a 6 or will it be a 4? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the claps run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League.